One. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. Happy Sunday, everyone. What is today's date? Today is
It's
March.
Saturday, Peter, not Sunday.
Okay, Jan. It is Saturday, everyone. January 30th, March 30th. So if you
You
are
on
out here,
Mars?
huh?
Are you on Mars?
I'm on Mars 30th today. Who wants to hear being sometimes be out of this world, don't even be on planet Earth? Because sometimes I do, but big welcome everyone to our Saturday training. My name is Peter No. I will be your coach for this morning. I'm going to be your bodybuilder. And because you are here on an Easter Sunday, okay? I know you could be in many, many places. I know you have tons of things to do, but you have chosen to give us this 1 hour of this weekend so you can learn, so you can absorb, and maybe you can grow a little bit, okay? So to make this today's training, because we are finalizing everyone. We're finalizing our last weekend of the quarter. Did you all survive this last 3 months to start off your year? Are you still alive? Are you still growing? Are you still ticking? Heck, did some of you even grow and duplicate in the last 3 months? Raise your hand. Jan did. Look at Jan. I think she found herself a big builder somewhere. Well, this next call, I would really love to use this call right here to just go over a little bit over the industry. Okay. I want to go over kind of like an ebb and flow, especially for the brand new people. And because we're finishing up our first quarter, how to prepare you for the next quarter and why our schedules, what is it doing so far? So there's a lot of things to cover. But first things first, who here is brand new, really like brand new into our team? If you're like a week old, a couple weeks old, or less than a month old, raise your hand, everyone. Awesome. Look at all these hands coming up. I just want to everybody give them a warm, nice hand of applause, okay? The reason why we want to welcome you, number one, you have now entered a new journey, a new phase in your life. What does that mean? You have now said yes to putting on a technology that is going to not only change your health, but it is also going to change your entire environment by being here. Are you pretty excited about that? You're changing not the way you're feeling, but you're also changing the things that you're seeing on a daily basis, which will create your reality. How many of us that are brand new here have been surrounded by just positive environments on a daily basis before you joined us? Oh, that's a great question, right? How many of you are surrounded every day by constantly yes, testimonials, people calling you, saying that they got healthy, saying that they did something positive, saying that they helped someone? How many are you in this constant environment like this every day? Well, if you're not, big welcome to Team Evolve, okay? You have now entered an environment where things are just constantly growing. For all the seniors here, the workout buddies and the bodybuilders, how many of you are enjoying this environment here? How many of you are growing, just learning, applying things that you're learning? Good. Look at all these hands. Now, when you join us on a daily basis, okay, and this is going to go into my topic today. As you join us, and if you've been here for a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, Jan, I can't believe we're saying that. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years now. And I can't believe we're actually saying the word 4 years now, okay? How many of us now that have been here this long are just flowing through life now? Really just going through life. I know Jan is, I know many of us are, okay? And I want to ask this to Jan. Jan, how amazing is it to see every weekend or every day the people that have joined us years ago and that are really just here every day, whether they're building a business or whether they're just joining us to hang out or whether they just like to hear testimonials. Isn't it nice just to see consistent same faces all the time, Jan?
Absolutely. And I have some girls that have been in for a long time that have been really struggling, and sometimes they get discouraged because it's not happening the way that they thought, but they stayed plugged in and they keep learning and talking to people. And those are the two girls that had been struggling that just got their big network marketer, and they're starting to blow up. One of them hit director, the other one hit manager, and they're just so excited, and they've been around for like 3 years.
Wow.
So don't get discouraged if things don't happen. You just stay plugged in. You keep learning. If things aren't going quite right, check your verbiage, get some help. Just don't give up. You keep talking to people. Just keep talking to people and just come from the heart. Lose the word selling. You're just sharing information. We're not looking for salespeople. No salespeople. It's just sharing from your heart and being honest and staying in integrity.
I'm gonna role play with you quite a bit, Jan, okay, throughout this hour. As we're starting off this call, I kind of want to go into kind of an ebb and flow with everyone, okay? Because again, we have brand new people on here. We have people that have been in the business and we have professionals. So let me start off this call on phases, okay? I want everyone to just know your phases. So, and then we're going to go into why our system is so amazing for these phases. So, again, let's see all the hands. People that have never been in the industry. This is your first run. This is your first gym. This is your first MLM company. How many do we have here? Okay, I know we have quite a bit. Now, for this, if this is your first time, okay, everyone, I want you to picture this. You are brand new in the gym. You have never walked into a gym before. How many remember the first time you ever walked into something strange or never done it before? It can get overwhelming. It can get exciting. It can get scary. It can get nervous, right? And this is why you're doing something so new, meaning you're meeting new people outside of your environment. You're meeting new people that have a totally different lifestyle than what you currently have. You're meeting people that maybe if you're going to a gym, everybody is on the same page, forward thinking. They're looking to accomplish or create something. Can anybody relate to that gym analogy real quick? Okay, now I want you to picture that for the first timers going into a brand new industry now, okay? And exactly what Jan said, we are not looking for sales people. But that is the biggest problem when you join network marketing, right, Jan? When you come in, it's like almost your uplines, the team, the company, they almost force you to kind of learn like a salesperson, right, Jan?
Yeah, but I don't like when people say to me, but I'm not a salesperson. I always say, good. I don't want salespeople. I want human beings that have a solution that could possibly help somebody, sharing from your
Correct.
heart.
But Jan, when they ask, I don't want to be a salesperson, where did they get that from?
From every day going out to buy a car, or people are always trying to sell you something. It's a different
Correct.
vibe. It's a different vibe from us.
So that means, Jan, they must have been approached by someone, their
Yeah.
family, their friends, and their family and friends kind of made them feel like they were trying to sell them something, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yep.
everybody understand that? I want to really get you into that first phase mode. So now, Jan, you're brand new. Somebody introduced you to this technology. You're brand new. You've never done this before, right? Now you're going into an environment now, a different gym, a different place. Now, everyone, why I want to go into the systems on why we created this so you can understand why brand new people here can have a safe place to learn. So, for example, if Jan is brand new and I enroll Jan and she's never been in the industry before, everyone, you have to be compassionate about their environments. Number one, everyone, if you're recruiting or if you're sharing this to someone who's never been in the industry before, you have to be compassionate to who they know. The many benefits that we have with LifeWave, everyone, and with Team Evolve is we do not talk about money. That is not our language. We do not talk about selling or the industry. That is not our language. Our language is technology first. And then when you have that in mind, okay, as a brand new person, you are now going into a gym. You're now setting your mindset to change your environment. Does that make sense? When you change your environment now, Jan, what are we telling you to do? Let's think about this technology and let's make a list or find people that you know that could benefit from this technology, correct, Jan?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
But
absolutely.
if this is your very first time that you're being asked to think about a list, remember, everyone, if you're a W-2 or if you have a job or if you come from a different environment, you're never asked to make a list, right, Jan? Nobody
Nope.
asked you to make a list. What
Nope.
is a list? Okay. So for the brand new people, that's why what I do, Jan, is when I have somebody coming on brand new, the first week, the very first couple of days, the very first thing I have them do is what? Get on a website and get on a podcast.
Yeah.
Why are those two things so important for the brand new person, Jan?
It builds their belief. They see other people like them, different from them. That's how I'm a very slow learner. So to learn the language, to learn how to explain the technology, I would get on the podcast every night and listen to the stories. I listen to whoever's hosting the call talk about it, and each person explains it. It's all the same technology, but they use different words here or there that might resonate with you more so. So it's like I learn by repetition. So, and also when you're talking to people, you're going to hear a story. And the lady that got stung by the bees, she had MS. So, and she got stung by 13 honeybees 3 times a week for 30 years. You hear stories like that. So when you talk to somebody that tells you they have MS, you have these stories to pull from. Marcy's all about telling stories. So by listening to these podcasts in your brain, you're going to store up these stories that you'll be able to help people, because you're not going to be able to relate to every story that somebody has. But by listening to the podcast, that's how you're going to get your education.
So Jan, you're brand new now. You come in and I invite you very softly to come see a beautiful website where you learn yourself.
Yes.
Then I invite you, once you see this, I invite you to a podcast that you decided to tell me when you're free and you're opting in. When you opt in, you hear for the first time incredible, simple stories from real people. You get to hear how the technology works. And that night, you're absorbing for the first time, you're seeing a lot of people on the same page. And that's why you say that will build confidence. That will give you information with or without me telling you that, right, Jan? And then
Absolutely.
now, for the first time, if that one call did not move the ticker, meaning it did not move or inspire or influence you to make a decision that night, then I invite you to another call. And that happens to be Dr. Stacy's call, maybe on a Tuesday. Okay, so that was a Monday. Then I invite you on a Tuesday, and then you hear two doctors, two people just going at it for an hour with all this valuable information about health, results, and testimonials. And then the second night, that is what moved you, right, Jan? And all of a sudden, you call me back and go, Peter, wow, this Dr. Stacy lady is very knowledgeable. And wow, this Dr. Jennifer Smith, she literally talked about hormones or something that I never knew that I had. I really like this. Peter, what do I do next? How many of us feel and understand that flow right there? Good, because that is a brand new person's vision, experience. Now, if I was to talk too much, Jan, if I would have in the beginning try to sell you, Jan, and convince you and tell you all the beautiful benefits of this beautiful community, but I did not let you test drive the gym. I did not let you test drive the car. I spoiled the fun for you by telling you all these testimonials. I spoiled the fun for you by telling you how much money you can make, or projecting on you what you can do, what your goals are, without you figuring it out. Is that two different ways on how to experience things?
Yeah, one way they're going to do it, the next way you're throwing up all over them and they're going to run for the hills. And every time you call, they're going to not answer the phone.
How many of you are guilty of A, convincing, pushing, showing, talking too much before that person got to experience their aha moment? How many of you are guilty on that? Because I am. I've done it plenty of times. And I've tested it out plenty of times. Now, let's ask a better question. How many of you are guilty for giving that person the best experience with or without you? How many of you are guilty for guiding that person through the entire Team Evolve ebb and flow, from the peak to the pre-qualification, all the way down to enrolling a person, and then getting that person started, and then starting to make their list, and then go through that process with them? Just like you going into the gym, I'm showing Jan the workout equipment. I'm introducing her to the trainers. We're creating a nutritional program together. And we're even figuring out what hours Jan can work out. And now every week, right, Jan, we're going to go through that motion together.
Yep. Got to be consistent.
Now, when you make a list, everyone, from a brand new person's point of view, right, Jan? You're brand new. What is your list going to consist of, Jan, if you're brand new? You've never been in this industry. You don't know anyone. You don't know a network marketer. You don't know, you only know entrepreneurs. You may be retired as a nurse. You might know nurse physician assistants, dentists. Get it? You know your neighbors. You know your grocery people. What kind of list goes on that list for the brand new person?
Your friends, family, people that you do business with, neighbors. That's basically what happens first. The 10 people that you love and care about.
Did you all hear that, everyone? Remember, I'm talking about the first phase, the people that are brand new in this industry, right, Jan?
Hmm.
This will be your list, everyone. And you're going to go through your first phase. And that's why our podcast, our scheduling, the way we train, we design this entire program now, and we're almost 100% complete. But in the last 4.5 years, Jan, we have created a ebb and flow system for brand new people to join and build their database. Now, let me pick on somebody who's been with us for a couple years that have broken through already, because I want everyone to hear what a brand new person's list looks like and what a person that's been with us for a year or 2 or 3 years as a professional now. So who here has been with us for a couple years that want to share their list or their experience? If not, I'm going to pick on you. Is that John Harmon? No.
Kojo is raising his hand.
Kojo. Kojo. Where are you, Kojo?
Unmute yourself, Kojo.
Hello, Peter.
Okay, everyone. This is Kojo Lewis. He's been my friend for many years. We have worked in our previous company together. And Kojo, let's pick your brain. So I know you've been in the industry for a while. So everyone, Kojo would be considered at phase 2. Somebody who's been in the industry for years, someone who has networked, someone who has built a database. He has built teams throughout the years. He has built small, medium teams, but he has never won a championship, right, Kojo? You never won a physical championship, but your lifestyle, the phase that you're in, you are really talking to networkers, people like you, right? That've been in the industry, never have succeeded, and you actually talk to brand new people also, because you're in the first phase and the second phase. So everyone, do you understand the phases? Okay, first phase and second phase. So the second phase, again, you've been in the industry, but you've developed a database. So a person that's in phase 2, their database is different than in phase 1. Does that make sense? Phase 1, you're learning, you're growing, you're building relationships. Phase 2, you've already gone through it. So Kojo, how is your experience today now, going in through phase 2 now?
Well, very quickly, phase 1 consisted of just the great stuff that Jan was talking about: family, friends, your close relationships. And phase 2 is almost entirely different. You start to deal with business relationships you've had in the past. My list originally was 28 people. My list 2.5 months later was 218 people. There's an enormous difference when we start to expand and get the help through the different folks in the organization to help you expand your thought process of your list, forming those lists. You go to church, you sit around 200 people a week that you say hello to and pray with and whatever, socialize with. You go to school, and you're around various teachers. You have people you've worked with at jobs in the past. I'm professional in several areas, sports, and I mean, we're talking 1,000 people that I met within sports world alone. Um, I now can rekindle those relationships. I can now spread what we are learning and give them the opportunity to engage. So the list grows enormously.
So, Kojo, I know in the beginning stages, you've been with our other companies. Now transitioning to here, you've been with us for a few years now. How is our system so much smoother or easier for brand new people to learn from because of the tools, the podcast? I wanted them to hear from you. And then now, how is your life easier with these tools as you have so many people, new list people on your list now that you're contacting, and how are you using our system to contact these lists? How are you guiding them through this process?
Well, our system is the best. And I've been around a lot of marketing companies, and over the years, my first one was over 50 years ago. What we have here is a system and a team that works with duplication and simplification. So when we come into this company, we have a road map. We have a plan to follow. We have a number of things which have been laid out for us to make it simpler by our gym leaders and our co-workers, like never before. And literally, I mean, never before. And that simplification is what is going to allow people coming in to work in, as you said, beginning the ebb and the flow of what they want to do. You're going to have it laid out where you can see your way, find your way to structure yourself within this marketing business.
So, as Kojo was saying, throughout the years, just imagine everyone, we built a brand new gym 4 years ago and there was no bodybuilders. All of a sudden, every 90 days, a new bodybuilder, a brand new person comes in and they have all these muscles. What if you walked into a gym, everyone, and there's like 100 bodybuilders in there? Do you have to even second question if this gym is that good because there's so many bodybuilders in there? You don't even have to question it, right? You can just see it and feel success. How many of you are seeing and feeling that you can make it here and become successful if you're just following the same steps? Good. I love to see these hands. Now, do we ever tell you a time frame, how long it will take you to be successful? No, we cannot. I cannot tell Gwen when she will be successful because I cannot know how many days Gwen is going to show up to the gym, and I don't know how many people she's going to talk to, and I don't know who the people she's going to talk to. Same thing for Judy, same thing for Doug, same thing for Andrew, same thing for each one of you. We cannot guess that. What we can do, right, Kojo, is we can create the gym for you. We can create the classes for you. We can create the protocols for you. We can create the structure for you. And then we can even help you make those phone calls with you And then we can even support your calls with your body trainers. We can even assign a body trainer for you to coach you through that.
Yeah.
But we cannot pick up the phone for you. We cannot make those phone calls for you. So now, if you're in the second phase, right, Kojo, and you're going through that motion, and then now you're inviting your people to a beautiful, big, developed gym. Now, you're going through a phase. The second phase, everyone, I would probably say 70% of all our partners now are in the second phase now. That's why we're evolving. This gym is constantly tweaking until we move everyone through the phases, the most funnest way or the most non-responsible way. Okay, I don't know how to put it. Now, let's go to the third phase, and then I'm gonna wrap this whole thing up. How many of us now today, like what Jan said, right, Jan? There are leaders coming into our program now. There are bodybuilders from other gyms that are looking into this gym, and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys got something very unique here. And all my years of work, I don't know why I am not growing. I am not building more muscles in my other gym. So I want to check out your gym. And then all of a sudden, this gym now is attracting bodybuilders. What is a bodybuilder, everyone? A bodybuilder is someone like Marcy and I, Dr. Stacy, who's been in the industry for so long. Dr. Stacy hit the top in her company, but Marcy and I never reached the top in our companies. But when we came here in LifeWave, Marcy and I reached SPD, the highest rank in the company, and it took us 5 months. Why did it take us only 5 months here when it took us our entire lifetime and we couldn't do it in our other companies? Because we recognize, right, Kojo? We recognize the technology. We recognized how simple David Schmidt broke down the compensation plan for us to grow through it. And all Marcy and I did as a third phaser, we already have database. We already know exactly who to call. We just did it. Does that make sense, everyone? But because we just called everyone, people trust us. We have influence. We had credibility. And then because we knew network marketing people, because we went through the first phase already. We've grown through the second phase already. We have developed that database. And all we did is we used that database to get to the top. But because of who we are, we brought a lot of people with us. Does that make sense, everyone? Is that a little bit more clarity on the phases where you are today? I want you to recognize the phases that you are in so you can live within those phases and slowly learn how to get out of those phases. Does that make sense, everyone? And our system, every day when you start plugging into the podcast, every day when you start learning into our trainings, every day when you start learning how to use our videos, our tools, whether it's an extra 3 hours a week, an extra 6 hours a week, or even an extra 9 hours a week, okay? Those hours you are constantly hearing, watching, and feeling growth. Does that make sense to everyone? You have to be in a growing environment in network marketing. That's why 90% of network marketing teams or network marketers fail. It's not because they fail. It's because their environment fails them. I'll take a 30 seconds on that one. It's not because you failed. It's not because of what you are not doing. It's because of the total gym, the total environment is not allowing you to succeed. And now let's talk about a couple of those things so you can appreciate what we don't do. Agreed. Number one, when you come here as a brand new person, you are not recreating a wheel. When you come here as a brand new person, we're teaching you the proper behaviors, what to do, where to spend your time, what to send. When you come here, you're not recreating a website. We have websites for you. When you come here, you are not training anyone. We are training you and your partners and your prospects. We are creating the entire schedules for you. We're not teaching you how to become a salesperson. We're teaching you how to become an educator. You are sharing technology. You have made a decision to have 3 things in your life, and you have to focus on those. It's called HTF, health, time, and freedom. That is your why. HTF. Our whole mission here is called the mission before the commission. Does everybody know we're not here first to make a sale? We're not here to sell people. We're here to educate you to a point where Patrice can make a decision because that person showed her the right valuable tools. So Jan Kennedy can make a decision to move forward to see what she likes. And then when they decide that they like this community, are our tools easy enough for them so they can learn what to do really quick and then duplicate that process on. Has anybody heard of Eric Worre? Eric Worre. He's an industry coach. Yeah. His statistics, everyone. The average person going into the direct sales industry only recruits 1.5 people, 1.5 person. So that means one is a human and the other is your dog, cat, or your horse. Okay, they're not even humans. So it's not fair. So if you've joined us and you've made a list and you have now enrolled someone, and then you've made a list and you've joined us and you plugged in and you've enrolled 4 people, you became a manager. Think about this. If you are a manager here with us, you've enrolled 4 people. Are you above average? Yes. You are 250% above average, above the average person. Now, if you're a brand new person with us and you know exactly what to say, how to listen, how to do the 3-3-3, how to structure your weekly schedule with us, how to work this business spare time, 3 hours a week, part-time, 6 hours a week, and you're just joining these calls, 30 minutes here, 60 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here. And through the week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you actually took a picture of yourself. Your skin got better. Your hair started to grow. Your pain went away. You got a couple friends to join you. Is that a kind of a lot for the first 30 days as a brand new person? But isn't it inspiring when we can just throw you in the pool and you learn how to swim yourself? Isn't that how you learn how to swim? By throwing your kid in the pool? Or maybe not throwing the pool. Maybe just guide them in the pool. Maybe let them go in there slowly. Or maybe teach them how to ride a bike with, little, those assistant wheelers or something, right? But at the end of the day, when you learn how to swim, at the end of the day, when you learn how to ride your bike, at the end of the day, when you learn how to communicate, you will become a professional. Our job in Team Evolve is just to make that transition, that aha moment for you. We want you to experience that yourself. Does that make sense, everyone? We do not want to spoil that fun, that aha moment for that other person. And if you are, you're not learning the professional way. So this call today, I just want to give you a bigger visual because I go out to the field. I travel around the world. I go international. I go to different states. I'm telling you, human behavior is human behavior. It doesn't matter what language you speak. We are still humans. We operate the same way. But we can break that. We can break that habit. So write this down. Habits, bad habits are hard to break. Bad habits are hard to break. Good habits are hard to make. Bad habits are hard to break. Good habits are hard to make. So it takes time, everyone. Time to go through this. It takes time to break through your own journey, through your own bad habits. It takes time for your cells to regenerate. It takes time for your hair to turn from white to gray. It takes time for your scars to go away. Does that make sense? But we enjoy that time because the time here, that 30 minutes, that 3 hours, or the 3 hours a week, the 3 weeks that you're enjoying with us, we want you to make it so relaxing, no pressure. I hope this call really gets into the people today, right? If you are not having fun, if you're not enjoying this process, you're doing something wrong. You're either talking to the wrong people or you're just doing it wrong. Okay, that's it. There's only A and B. We can fix that. We can correct that. Okay. Now, we're going into a very, very special time now. The last 3 months, our entire Team Evolve schedules, learning curve, events, everything has evolved in the last 90 days. Are you seeing that? Are you feeling that? Do you know how big Team Evolve is today? We're humongous, okay? We are so big that we actually changed the direction of how the company is moving. So next week is April. We've made it through the 3 slowest months of the industry. January, February, March are the slowest. And LifeWave has grown again exponentially. We in our team, we're just now preparing for the next quarter. Who's ready for April, May, and June? April, May, and June. I am, because that's my birthday in May, okay? So it takes, I always know exactly what happens in April. I know exactly what happens in May and June, okay? A lot of things happen. I'm ready for the second quarter. Look at all the June babies here, April babies, okay? This next 90 days, everyone, let me prepare you what's going to happen. Who here is enjoying the eye cream so far? The first product coming out. Ooh, look at all these ladies. Look at everybody raising their hands, okay? If you are enjoying this, congratulations, okay? You're getting the first taste of what GHK is now doing on the external and in the internal. We're now going into the next phase where David Schmidt now is getting ready to launch things. Are we ready to launch things, okay? Who here is ready for the minerals? The minerals. Raise your hand, okay? The supplements, the minerals. I am excited about minerals because I don't know how much I spend on minerals. And those minerals are not even all the minerals that my body needs. So now we're expanding, everyone, okay? Get ready. You're going into the expansion phase now. We have the minerals. It should come out maybe in April or May. May should be the latest time. Guess what else is happening in May and June, everyone? You've heard David talk about it. Our new office in Utah. We have a brand new headquarter office in Utah that is being built today. It should be done in the second quarter and it should be launched in the third quarter, meaning grand opening. Can you see the excitement now? What is going to happen in the second quarter? Now, along with that, Team Evolve now, we're getting ready for our next events and we'll announce it very soon. Team Evolve now is getting ready. Are you ready for this? We are preparing for our 100,000th brand partner to join us. 99,999 people will be in our system under Marcy. That is another pinnacle, right, Kojo? That is the hugest of the hugest like trophy you can have as an organization, as an organic organization that has just grown, supported, and developed into the biggest organization that LifeWave has ever seen in the 20 years of LifeWave. LifeWave has never had an organization come in like this and change the direction as far as leadership, commissions paid out, volume, structure, events. You can see what we do in Team Evolve. I just want to say this, and I want to give a huge shout out to each one of you, okay? Whoever is watching this video for the future, just know that we could not do it without each one of you. Every single patch, every single X39, every single monthly subscription, every single PV, every single testimonial is adding value to our community, okay? So you are responsible for that. So can you now see why I'm so excited just for the second quarter only? So we're going into our rank trainings. If you have not seen those yet, reach out. I'm going to post it. Okay, we're still pilot testing the Tuesday calls that I do for brand new partners and managers on Tuesday at 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. is the directors and senior directors. That will be going into full effect this next quarter. And watch. I want you to watch what happens to your entire organization, starting with your first generation, your second generation, and your third generation. When you start seeing $50 here, right, Kojo? 50 here, 50 here, $10 here, $12.50 here, 50 here. I want you to pay attention to all these little things in the next 90 days. We are now going to rinse and repeat this next quarter. And then after that, we're going into the third quarter. This is what's going to happen by October, and I'm sharing with you this. We've heard David talk about it on stage, correct? On his new technology. You hear what's coming on board, okay? In the next 6 months, I want you to build yourself so strong. I want you to get so uncomfortable. You're going to wish you knew more people by October. You're going to wish how many more people you've enrolled or brought into the podcast, the telegrams. Because what is coming up, everyone, is going to revolutionize our entire world as far as health. And then you need to take advantage of this. It's because it's almost like hitting a lottery, everyone. Has anybody won the lottery before? Because I didn't. Okay. But it is nice if you know you have the winning ticket and you know you can go collect that in 6 months from now, right? I want you to feel what it feels like to be the lottery ticket for somebody else. I want you to feel like what it feels like to be the winning ticket for somebody else, to be their lucky number, to be their calling. They might have, maybe some of them have been praying. You know that our testimonials, people prayed, and all of a sudden we came to answer those prayers. Winning the ticket here is just the opportunity to help as much people as possible. Does that make sense, everyone? You've already won a ticket. David is paying us. He's rewarding us. David is paying us to build relationships. Every day he's paying us to go out and build new relationships. Are you taking advantage of that reward? Are you growing to the person? Are you needing to be that person you need to be to take that reward? Okay? We all are. We all are. So, what time is it? Wow, it's already an hour. My God, I got lost into this training today. Holy cow. Okay. We have a few minutes left, everyone. Does anybody want to share maybe a minute or two what they've got out of today's call? Does anybody want to share anything? Unmute yourself.
Hey, Peter.
Yes.
This is Patricia Anderson. I'm fairly new to the network marketing game. I was with another company for 3.5 years, totally believed in the product and really loved it. Just kind of fell into LifeWave. It just kind of happened. A friend gave me some patches and, you know, I believed in the other company or the other product, but this is amazing stuff. But what's more amazing than that, in 3.5, almost 4 years, I had signed up, I think 45 people with that other company, and no one did anything. I've been with LifeWave 9 months now, and because of the training, the leadership, everything else, I'm on my 3rd generation right now.
Oh,
and I'm excited, super excited. Yeah, I got to work on my left side, get some more business builders there, but the people that get this are as excited as I am, and I know, you know, that this is the training. You guys, we could never reach out to our senior people or anything like that. And, you know, I've got senior presidential directors' phone numbers in my phone, and I can call them if I need to. And that's the difference between this company is the heart, the community, the product, of course, you know, I mean, that's, you know, you don't have to say anything about that, but all the other stuff that goes with this makes this such an easy and less scary way to work, network marketing.
Wow, Patricia, I mean, I wouldn't even, this is probably one of the highest compliments you can give from someone who came from another company, never had success, but to share that you've opened up your 3rd generation here with us. That is the ultimate.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So Patricia, thank you so much for sharing that. I think
Thank you, Peter.
I think you've activated or inspired a lot of us on here today to see what we can do. And this is only your beginning, okay, Patricia? Get ready for the next 6 months, okay? Look forward to meeting you. Okay.
Hey, Peter,
Any last-
Dr. Ray here.
Dr. Ray, what's up, Dr. Ray?
I've heard you and Marcy and others say that we are a health technology company, but today I heard something new and it's a huge paradigm shift. You said we are in the education business, and I love that. So that's a huge paradigm shift. That's one of the, I got a lot, but if I were to limit it to one thing, that would be a huge paradigm shift for me. So thank you.
Wow, Dr. Ray, and coming from you, I know you're you've learned education is your probably your whole lifetime of schooling, right?
Yeah.
And to have that paradigm shift, to understand from selling or convincing or the MLM way, to really have a platform or tools to just share or educate. Okay. It is night and day difference if you can, and even if you educate, but Dr. Ray, if you're the only educator, but if your entire uplines or your entire team doesn't do that, then you're lost in your own world. If you're the only one who has that thought process, but then no one can support you, then you'll be lost. But everyone here is on the same page. We created this to be an educational platform. So thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you for that beautiful text. It just reminds us always, Dr. Ray, of what we're doing, why we do the things we do, and why we continue to just keep it going. Absolutely. And on the last note, thank you. Everyone, it is hard. It's hard to start an organization, but it's also harder to keep an organization. Right, Dr. Ray? It's hard to start something, but it's also hard to keep something together on the same page, right?
Absolutely.
So over
Peter,
here, yes.
Peter, it's Sherry. Can we ask Patricia what she's doing differently in this business than in her prior business?
Patricia, can you come back one more time and share with Cherie what is the one or two things that you're doing different here than you've done in your other business? I can tell you what it is, but I want to hear from her. Are you still on, Patricia? Okay, she might be gone already, Cherie. So
tell us, Peter, it's Sherry. Tell us.
Sherry. I call Sherry. Okay.
She talked about what is different about the product, different about the company and the training, but the personal change. What is it, Peter?
Okay, we'll find her, and I'll find her for next week for us. Okay, so she's gone. So
thank you,
everyone. It's been an amazing hour. Thank you again for giving it to us. It's Easter weekend. Go enjoy yourself. Go have fun. Spend time with family. Spend time with friends. We will see you again on Monday. Okay, Monday, same time. And just have fun. Love you all. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Pete.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Peter.